Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Peace Dealer. This is your magical moon message for the moon in Cancer and the sun in Aquarius. We have finally reached the final stage of this integration over the next 2 days. And this is going to bring everything together over the past 2 weeks, and you will start to feel the extraordinary quality of your own life force and energy. New moon in Aquarius to moon in Aries was the equivalent of taking the hardware of your body's capability supernaturally and the power you awaken with Pluto. And now that you've unpacked this hardware, you are downloading the operating system of your conscious mind through the mind of God, as the universe is mental, through your neural pathways and the way you think about what you know. This reinforcement through consistency of this fixed stubbornness to stay true to that has within you engineered and produced the wiring of your chakra system to now shoot this energy through your thoughts, through your body, so that you can now achieve this psycho, mental, and physical union and synthesis. The integration with Cancer enables you to gain psychic and emotional understanding of how to feel about everything you know. The moon in Taurus, Aries, and Cancer takes those wirings and you're now plugging it in. So you chose what the wires you wanted, the nature of how you wanted to integrate your ability, because you're limitless. So there's so many different facets of your personality that now with this integration, you've been jacking in. Okay, the higher wires, now you're jacking and plugging in. And so what this is doing, if the NZT transit was moon in Gemini, and if this Aquarius season is a song you're writing, this final exam is how creatively can you express the knowledge of who you are. So the new moon in Aquarius, who wrote the song of your life, the full moon in Leo after this transit, you're going to perform it in front of Simon Cowell, Paula Abdul, and you know what I'm saying? The good man who runs that show. All right. Those are the three judges. That's Saturn opposite the moon. And then that's Pluto to the left of Saturn and Neptune to the right of Saturn. Okay. And you're going to be taking the song you wrote in the new moon of Aquarius and memorized this moon in Gemini. And you're going to start to enunciate it. Moon in Gemini, you wrote the song, I'm the peace dealer. I be dealing peace. I'm that dude. Rest in peace. My bad. I'm that dude. Come and get some peace. I'm the peace dealer. I be dealing peace. I'm that dude. Come and get some peace. I'm the peace dealer. I be dealing peace. I'm that dude. Come get some peace. What repetition does is it ingrains it in my brain so that it's natural. The moon in Taurus is where it became natural. The moon in Gemini is where I no longer had to look at my lyrics. And now that I don't have to look at my lyrics because I could just say this in conversation, I'm the peace dealer. I be dealing peace. I'm the guy. Let me deal you some peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, come and get some peace. Now the moon in Cancer, what's the difference between this? I'm the peace dealer. I be dealing peace. I'm that guy. Come and get to peace versus I'm the peace dealer. I be dealing peace. I'm that guy. Come and get some peace. You could literally feel one versus the other. You could feel the Cancer that now with the basis of this foundation of feeling natural and memorizing, you can now start to add inflection to what you say. And anyone who's a performer knows that. The difference between someone who records their lyrics reading off of a phone versus they really perform it by heart. They memorized it before they got into the booth. They practiced it and they're performing it. It's the difference between an amateur versus a professional. And this is what consistency is going to harness, a feeling you're producing. And all you have to do is stay true to that feeling and build it and build it and build it and build it. So what does that sound like? That is the process of you turning the faucet on for the first time and filling your body with energy and harnessing the integration of this energy to fill your actual body with the glory of your life force chakra that will help you understand the light in the Leo that you're charging. So by the time the moon's in Leo, you fully charged your vessel and now you're ready to perform this and harvest this quality of energy. This should excite you, especially if you're into Nen, Qigong, Qi, chakra. You're coming into the total knowledge of how to harness life force energy through your body to integrate practical effects. After this transit, some of you might be tired, but you just focus, do a breathing technique because it's going to be unique to you, and you can now generate energy so that you are now paying the cost of your life force in order to what? Manifest increased energy. Okay? Now, everyone's chakra system is different. Some people are connected to gods or vessels of energies. A sun or a moon, Pluto in Scorpio, will be connected to a very extreme pure energy core to where they could probably be a hub and attract energetic vampires who take this excess energy for them. Other people may not have that much energy, and when they pull from their life force, they may need to recharge, because the law of equivalent exchange means that nothing is free. Everything in this world can be explained by science. This is what Saturn Aquarius wants to teach you. Even supernatural mechanics that are really more simple as far as harnessing your life force energy, which dark forces using elites lie to you through the advent of scholasticism and all this bullshit education to indoctrinate and brainwash you through religion to believe that you have to give your power away. We can't let these foolish mortals know that there's a universe within them, that they can get any mineral, any resource, any knowledge, any energy from within them. We have to make them believe they're just physical vessels and that we provide these finite resources. That's a fucking lie. You can fit everybody in the world in California head to head. There's no such thing as overpopulation. There's no such thing as a lack of resources. You have the ability to materialize resources out of thin air. But is it coming out of thin air? It's not magic. The mechanic of your life force is the currency. So whoever's rich is whoever cultivates their chi. And they want you to think it's material things. And so you're using your energy to do all this bullshit. But you have been called. You have been called to lead forward this new world where everybody expresses the uniqueness of self and everybody is a world unto themselves, orbiting around each other, which means everyone has resources within them, and you get to fully now feel within them and bring out. I want you to watch the video of Videl learning how to fly by Gohan in Dragon Ball Kai or Z. Videl wants to know how to fly, and Gohan says, well, in order to fly, you need to have ki control. You have to have control over your chakra, because to zip around like that, if you don't have ki control, you're not going to be able to direct where to flesh out the energy. And Videl was like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is ki control? And Gohan's little brother said, it's this, and shoots lasers out of his hands. And she thought it was a magic trick. And so Gohan had to teach her how to harness her chi. And he taught her that he can't force it. You can't be like, oh. You have to let it out naturally. If you try and force it, it's not going to come out. He said that everyone has the potential to do this inside. You just have to find it and bring it out. Now that you have more knowledge of who you are, the moon in Cancer is going to help you understand how to feel your energy and utilize it post Capricorn season. You've been doing this every year, but relative to every year, Uranus in Taurus supports the extra dimensional manifestation of increased sensitivity in your ability to actually feel the harnessing of this energy outside of unconscious responses to external events, to where you have unconsciously used your chakra like a young Hinamori run-shotting Goku and Kurama at just 3 years old. Up to this point, you are like a child, unconsciously using your life force energy in response to experiences, and now you're on the precipice of being able to use this at will. Of course, not everybody is like this. You have people like John Chang who through meditation practices have been able to use this ability without using it for pay. He didn't do this for pay, but he used this to heal people with, of course, putting electricity through them in of course, acupuncture practices. The way you use this is up to you. Everyone has access to this. What if collectively everyone is coming into access to this, but if people didn't do the shadow work, all this excess energy will short circuit their body and induce psychosis, induce mental illness, induce demon possession, because there's a deeper spiritual element to this where the quality of your life force is the quality of your chakra. And if you have been feeding it with positivity, it takes on a life of its own. This is the mental force that you move forward with. This is also what you're going to be using to fight the final boss in the form of collective, who uses their energy signatures to send you more pronounced psychic attacks. A lot of these psychic attacks are going to become a lot more powerful and test people's willingness to stay in the knowledge of who they are, because with the intensity and impurity of how evil most people are, they don't care if you kill yourself. Nobody has the natural inclination to commit suicide. It is an external force that convinces you through lying to you about your worth. But when you know who you are, when you know that your value comes from within, then the very duplicitous and negative, evil ways that the collective tries to dominate your consciousness so that it can bring you into a state of fear and bring you into a state of shame, which that moon square in Gemini to Neptune tested. Instead, you're just going to have courage and be like, it doesn't matter what you think. Wait, what do you think about me? It doesn't matter what you think with your candy ass. And you could just rock bottom these hoes. It's not a fucking joke. It's some real shit, okay? Because it's not a game out there. I came into an attack last night. That was a collective representation of what it's like. I embody the collective. So I know I was angry for y'all, because what I went through, I know a lot of y'all went through, and you're not going to be able to vocalize. If you felt that hit last night, 6 hours ago, let me know, because it was a collective hit at the square. And what this did was it motivated people to kill themselves. This might have put a lot of you in depression. Okay, I know what and who I am. So I experienced it, and it didn't really, I could have allowed myself to sink in depression until I remembered who the fuck I am and why I don't need to do that. Not a single part of me doubted. But some people aren't there yet. And if you're one of those people, don't let this bitch ass dark collective convince you that you have any reason to apologize for being you. You don't have to be perfect. You are born perfect. And so if you make mistakes, dust yourself up and try again. No one has the authority to judge you but God. And so if you made so much mistakes according to other people, tell them to suck your dick, because you're making the conscientious effort to do right. And it's not up to them to tell you that you're not doing right enough. That's punishable by death. All right? Whoever steps on your sovereignty. And they're only doing this so you don't tap into your royalty. You are feeling, Cancer Moon, the knowledge, Aquarius Sun, of your sovereignty. And if you need a reminder, go talk to any Aquarius Sun or Moon. They are the high kings and queens of this shit. They have knowledge of themselves. They need to be reminded, go talk to them. This is not a fucking game. And if you allow these forces, they will off you. So you might as well put on the belt of truth, the armor of righteousness, the shoes of peace, equip yourself with the word of the sword, and get to hacking. Because this is not a war you want to bring flowers to. We only killing with kindness out here. And so you must stay on point and stay true to everything you're feeling. Okay? That being said, you really owe it to yourself to getting this far. And as you understand the keys, Square Chiron and Jupiter, which will stockpile the expansion of how deeply you can feel into who you are, this is going to ignite. Finally at will, being able to harness this. You've always done this at will. Your life force responds to you. But with Neptune trining the moon, enhancing the synchronization process for you to understand how to feel about the synchronicities you're aware of, and Uranus sextiling this opposite Pluto to awaken the extreme physical sense of you harnessing this energy, it's going to feel like invisible weighted clothes you have on, and something you've been doing your whole life. You feel a lot more tangibly, and it's a lot more practical for you to begin to know what to do with. Don't worry, next week is where we'll start to harvest this, and we'll integrate this with social practical application where you understand the details of how this actually transform your knowledge of how to harness this. But for now, congratulations and Godspeed. You're ready to feel your energy. You're ready to direct how to integrate that. And that feels good. Feels extraordinary. Till next time, peace.